Analysis starting now because ADM's coming up here. So let's see what we got going on. Okay, hold on. Let me set my Zoom link first. I'm gonna fly through this. Well, I'm not gonna fly through it. I'm gonna take my sweet time through it, but you know what I mean. Sign in. Okay, so what's my Alright, so where's my Zoom? gmail.com. I always forget my Zoom password. Hold on. Should be that one. How do you deal with getting stopped out of break even and then driving right after? I still can't get over that feeling. What, the feeling of getting stopped out of break even and then the positions running right after? Well, you have a plan, right? So once you have a plan, that's what you gotta stick by, no matter what the result is. Break even, win or loss, you won as long as you follow your plan. That's how I see it. So, you know what I mean? Because you know, if you forever think like that, you're always gonna be like that. You're never gonna be sort of like satisfied with your positions, right? You're always gonna be chasing something, like chasing a break even, chasing a win, chasing a loss, whatever it is. You're always gonna be chasing something. You're never gonna be satisfied, right? But when you have a plan, you follow your plan. You won because you follow your plan. So stop thinking you won because you made money. Start thinking you won because you followed your plan, right? I didn't record that, but start thinking you won, or sorry, stop thinking you won when you made money and start thinking you won once you follow your plan. There's a huge difference there. Because you don't win when you make money. All this shit's irrelevant, bro. All this shit's irrelevant. Like, yeah, cool, you know, 90K, cool, you know, almost $1 million over the last like year, right? That's just a reflection of my skill though, right? This mill here in a couple years could be 5 mil, 10 mil, 20 mil, 30 mil, whatever it is, who knows, right? But if I had the skill to grow my account from X amount to X amount, I'm gonna have a skill to grow to whatever, like, again, with more money, more capital, more equity, I could trade whatever account size I want to trade, right? And still have the same result. So same goes for you too. Like, break even for you, or even like 10 pips right now. You're chasing 10 pips right now. When, let's say, for instance, in your situation, 10 pips for you is $10,000, right? Later on down the road, 10 pips for you could be $1 million, right? So why are you chasing the $10,000 for? Just focus on understanding the skill, and then later on, when life goes on, or when you continue to trade still, you get to that point and that won't matter to you no more. You'll be like, oh, okay, I get it now. Hold on. Zoom link's been sent. That's been sent. That's been sent. Cool. All right, cool. Let's get started, chat. My bad, chat. My apologies once again. But we're here now, okay? So thanks for all the likes. Thanks for all you guys waiting in the room. We're gonna get started on analysis now, right, chat? So today you have news. I lie, you do not have news. I thought it was today. Okay, even better. Cool, perfect. No news today. You have, well, 10-year bond auction at 1:01 p.m. I don't know if we'll be on. I don't think so. Crude oil inventories at 10:30. You're chilling. Thursday, tomorrow though, you have CPI. So if we don't end up moving today, which I think we will move today, then tomorrow will be a pretty algo day. Tomorrow you're gonna have that big push in price. You're gonna have those that news folder at 8:30, CPI, and then unemployment claims as well. All right, and Friday obviously core PPI. So tomorrow's a big day, but it could be priced in today, meaning that it could move today. and that move is heavy tomorrow. It's a possibility. I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but this is a possibility. So let's just get down to the analysis, man. Take a look at what's going on here, right? So the first thing I noticed here on price here is the monthly time frame. Okay, so right now you can see that the monthly time frame on gold here is pretty bullish here, right? So there's a resistance here. My bad, let me use this one instead. There's a heavy resistance here going across, right? And then there's also a heavy support here going across as well. This is a range that you are currently in right now, right? So you're in this range right now from 2000 to 1780. If you want to break it down to smaller pieces, you probably can. You can say, okay, well, this is your resistance and this is your support. All right, that's doable as well. You're in this mini range as well here. You can probably see here, notice that price closed bullish here, right at resistance last week. Never closed bullish above, so it doesn't indicate that we're going to be breaking above the range just yet. Didn't close bearish below the range, just closed bullish at resistance, so indecision level basically, right? But this candle right now, this monthly candle has no top wick, so at any given point you could come up, create a top wick, create a wick for the previous candle wick fill, which taps you into, I think, 1989, 1987. And then once price does that, right, price has a decision to make. Again, it's only like you have like 22 days left in the monthly candle. This monthly candle has a lot of life left. We're basically not like, well, I guess we're like 33% through the month. But yeah, you should create a top wick, and then once you create a top wick, it's either price continuing to push up, closes above the range for next month, or price decides to close bearish, which is what I want, right? I would prefer we can just close bearish after a top wick, below his range for next month, and then next month should be algo month if this were to be the case, right? But this month, depending on how it goes, could be a little slower due to the fact that, again, it's just at an indecision level. But yeah, that's the weekly, that's the monthly. The weekly today is pretty bearish as well. You're gonna see and notice here that there was once a support here at 1945, right? And it looks like you closed below the most recent here. So if you take a look at this gold here on the weekly, you close below here, which indicates that you have clean traffic now to the next support, which is down here at the 1910, right? This is the range you have next. So this is your current range here. There's a high chance price likely will fill the range. Your support level is at 1917, 1915. Again, it's the weekly candle, so any given point this week that can get tapped. It can get tapped today, right before CPI tomorrow comes out, who knows, right? But it does show you that you have clean traffic. You are starting to get into the area where price starts to reject, which is, you know, just the minor levels. You know, obviously overall support's down here, but sometimes you might see price come down here, tap, trickle a little bit, and then continue to push down later on, right? Think of it as on a small time from all that price is doing was find support, find resistance, coming back down to retest the lows, range one fake out, and then comes back up, because that range one fake out is what rejects price at 1910 on a small time frame. So there's that on a weekly. You also have the daily time frame as well here. The daily looks like we are heavily bearish here. So you closed below range yesterday, you end up closing bearish below this resistance. I guess you can say you closed below, right, chat? Yeah, I guess you can say you closed below 1925, closed right below here. Yeah, closed right below here. So I would assume that with us closing below this range here, that you should continue to pop down towards the next support. Now I'm looking left there. I'm looking at all the times that you actually did close bearish back into the range here, and it does show you that you came down towards the next support. So look, in this case, you closed below the range here, you came down towards here, right? So same thing happened here, closed below here. These counts end up coming back up to retrace for top wicks, I'm assuming, but overall they never closed back into this range here, and then end up coming down as well. So same thing happened here, closed below, same thing happened here, right? So let's go ahead and highlight those boxes there. So close below there, close below here, close below here, right? So those three areas there, those three times that you closed below, you were able to come down. So I would say the same thing should happen today, right? So your next support is going to be down here. If this is your resistance, your next support is likely going to be somewhere down here. I'll put it here for now. 1915 today, right? So if you go back to the weekly, now you're like, okay, well, 1915, that sounds familiar. What was 1915 again? That was the weekly support. 1915 weekly support. That was a weekly target, right? So What a coincidence. They both line up, right? So daily close below, weekly close below, monthly. I mean, it has more room to drive down for a bottom wick. Could tap into 1914, 1915. The monthly lows are 1902. So as long as it doesn't break the monthly lows, you should be getting a top wick still. So yeah, there's that for the day, right? Look left, you do have clean traffic to the left. Again, 1915 should be your ideal target today. So I'm expecting this daily count to flip bearish. If you did create a top wick, I'm looking left as well. Top wick areas were around the same levels in the past. So again, all those times that we came down here, my bad. Let me do that again. Came down, I think here too, right? Yeah, it came down, and then obviously over here came down. Before coming down, you always had a top wick, right? So if you were to circle the areas, you're gonna notice that the top wicks were here before coming down. Here in this case, same thing here before coming down. In those areas, same thing here before coming down. And so like this could be a top wick, but also could not. You could come up and create a steeper top wick, because at any given point, you know, it can come back up and actually tap into those areas there to the left before making a decision where it wants to go next, right? So that area would be 1932, 1933. So I don't know if this is a top wick yet. I have no idea, right? But what we can do is we could, you know, definitely take advantage of a smaller time frame, because the smaller time frame will sort of identify or give you that confirmation whether or not that's a top wick or not, right? So let's take a look here. I gotta really dissect the smaller time frame though. So that's the daily. The 4-hour candle looks like we're coming down as well. You sort of just filled that range coming down after closing bearish at resistance. All right, so 4-hour candle, okay, cool, closed back into the ranges, came down, filled the ranges, tapped into this level here to the left. So now we're in this range from 1929 to 1924. What's the 1 hour doing? 1 hour is about to close up here in about 3 minutes here. May close bullish above the range or respecting support. Nice. So you have a level here that price close respecting. So you close respecting 1924. Your resistance now is up here at 1927. So those are your key areas right now, right? So when you're looking at price right now, chat, just pay strong attention to those two price points, 27 and 24, because that's the current range you're in, and those are your major levels where price likely will bounce off of, or it'll make a decision off of, right? So that's the 1 hour. Okay, so let's drop down to the smaller time frame to see what's up here. I'm honestly gonna wait for the 1 hour close, obviously, because the 1 hour close would be very key. Could still close below. Let's see. Yeah, so we were expecting price to continue down towards 1915, 1916 today, right? So if that's what we're expecting, it's just about how can we get entries towards there and what's valid. What do we need to grab or tap before price makes a decision to drive down towards those areas there? So this is your support, right? And then up here is your resistance, I'll say, for now. That's your current range, or I'll put it up here. This is your overall range, 1928. Yeah, 28. So let's see. All right, so most recent resistance is there. I mean, not much we can really do yet. Like, but like before coming down or before price makes a decision where it wants to go next, I would assume that before driving down you need liquidity, right? So I would assume that you have a steeper 4-hour top wick. You'll be re-breaking those highs at 28. So if we could come up, tap into like 1930, 1929. And then close back below 28, I'll look for sells, or below 27, I'll look for sells here. But I don't have any positions planned or anything just yet. Yeah, I probably want to see like 27 get tapped, because again, you're looking to tap into 1915 areas, right? 1915, 1920, or 1916. I'll put it here for now as your next support. But that's where you're looking to tap into. So you have all these range to drive down, right? So ask yourself, like, every time on the smaller time frame. Let's go to the small time frame again. So this is your support, right? All right, so let's highlight all the areas, all the times we came down on the 4 time frame again. So 1916, 1917, right? So that's around here. All right, so you have this push here, you have this push here, you have this push here, you have this push here. All right, so before coming down those areas there where you had top wicks, right? And you close below this 4 support, obviously, which does in an hour. But before doing that, you had top wicks. So it looks like, yeah, top wick here, current top wick was right there. This one was up here, this one was here, this one was there. So the medium average, I'll say, would be now, oh, right there, perfect. That might be a top wick. If that's a top wick, I mean, if we can close below, that'd be perfect. If we don't, then I mean, we can start to anticipate more sells on a smaller time frame without having the 4 close. But if we were to grab liquidity there, do you need to grab liquidity again? Okay, so 1 hour close below most recent. Okay, here's what I do, chat. If we close below most recent here, if you can just break 1926, tap into 1928, 29, I'll look sells towards those areas there, towards 28, 29. But I'll expect a top wick here, at least. I doubt it will drop a top wick here. First 30 did break the highs and then continue to push down as well. Yeah, I gotta wait here. I don't know what's going on. I need a top wick, or I need Conx open here to open up 820. I have no idea. Kevin Jovi, I'm surprised since yesterday. He kind of came down yesterday, came back up. This is a fake on the 4 out time from though. You came back above the range 1, came back into the range. Now you continue to push it down here. I mean, you'll want to fill his range here, right? Today on this next forward candle. It's just you need some top wicks here. You need some volume here. Might be a little wild chat for a good position. Might be like probably, I don't know, 820 probably. I guess we'll just chill for now. Oh man. I don't understand how he trades. I trade using smart money concept. Is that similar? I trade using dog vault concepts. Oh, it sends zoom. Oh shit, you're right. My bad. Where did I send zoom link? Alright. Done. And should be good now. Yeah, I sent it. My fault. Alright, cool. All right. All right. It's been sent, I think. Anyway, chat, my fault today, man. Honestly. We didn't miss out on much though. Like, I don't think I would have taken anything here. I would have waited for still the same levels to get tapped, or 27, 28 to get tapped. It may not tap it. Like you sort of already had top wicks in these areas here towards like 25 here. So now if we can close this below 23, you know, form like that starter play below, like we close respect below 23, close bullish respect in 23. The next candle decides to come down and close below that range. I then take sells there. Like that's what I'll likely take, but I need to see a closure below and all of that form, because you do have volume here, right? And lately you've been pushing around like 8 AM. Like yesterday, I think you pushed at 8. The day prior you pushed at 8 as well. So 8 has been your main sort of time. Or at least the past couple of days. It hasn't really been late moves. The last couple of weeks, it's been kind of like 8, 9, and that's about it. Shouldn't we have a range day today because of the force tomorrow? No, not always. So, some days it might be priced in for a day prior. You don't always range. You can't just make that assumption, right? If the markets move, the markets move. Doesn't matter, like, you know, doesn't matter what day it is. Monday, Friday, news day, non-news day. If it drives, it drives, right? So just worry on a current day. Don't worry about tomorrow. You can worry about tomorrow's folder. You can like kind of like include that in your analysis. If you're expecting positive numbers tomorrow, whatever, and you expect a top wick or a fake on like, you know, today before doing that tomorrow, yeah, you could like put that towards your analysis. But in terms of volume and everything, you can't predict that really, because it moves whenever it wants to move. I need a coffee, chat. Hold on. Let me see what I can cook here. Two shots of espresso today for sure. Yeah, 2 shots should be good. Damn, $9 coffee. The recession is really here. $9 coffee, chat. Bruh. Don't forget the vodka. Never, never. How's it go? Never, ever, ever. Never, never, never. Never, never, never. I see the set. Now I'm chilling. I swear I'm chilling. I just woke up. I just need some coffee. Don't forget the bev. I'm chilling, man. Why would I not be chilling? Trading has been crazy lately since I came back from Florida, man. I've been locked in. And I learned a shit ton of stuff, chat. Like, man, I literally sat down yesterday, guys. Where's my... Who stole my motion? Where did it go? Someone stole it. Get ready, man. because the new playbook is coming. The new playbook is coming. Man, I'm thinking now, I might as well just make a new playbook every year or every 2 years. The playbook is coming. I'm working on the playbook. The playbook this time though, it's gonna be if you didn't understand the first playbook, then you're not gonna understand this playbook. I'm not trying to make it easy for you guys, right? Well, I'm trying to make it as easy as I can, right? But our training style is not easy, right? If you want easy, there's tons of streamers you can watch, right? But again, I'm not trying to make it hard. I'm not trying to make it easy. I'm just trying to adapt to the markets, and sometimes adapting to the markets gets a bit complicated, right? Especially when, you know, you've been through, like, you've evolved so much over the years. Like, we're not just gonna wait for a closure above or below the range, and then like it's not as simple as that anymore nowadays, right? It can be, right? You can take your 80% or 75% win rate and go ahead and do that and win trades still and be profitable still and go full time still. But I am not just trying to be great, man. I'm trying to be better than that. But yeah, man, like this would be crazy. The motion. The motion. Motion is just movement, chat. That's all that is. It's just understanding movement, understanding whether or not what's liquidity, what's fake out, right? Because a lot of traders don't understand what that is. They'll just say liquidity, they'll just say fake out, right? But traders don't use the playbook in the right situations, right? They might take a breakout when there's no liquidity yet being formed, and then they're like, why did I get stopped out? Well, you know, you might have got a range 2 on a smaller time frame, but on a higher time frame, you need to tap certain levels before making that decision, right? And that's what takes your win rate from like the 75 to the 80 to the 90 mark. To 85 to 87 mark plus, right? So it's just about me, like once I have that down, I'll go further into it and we'll have the playbook out and everything. I'll explain to you guys on stream over time too, like over, you know, next couple of months obviously as well. But yeah, man, there's a lot that I gotta really teach you guys, because a lot of these things, like the reason why like some of these things take so much time, like pineapple, I told you guys, it's been in the works for so long now, is because like I can understand things, but it takes me a long time to explain them. But when I get in that zone where I can actually explain it, plus take the positions and, you know, all of that as well, then that's when I could probably, you know, give you guys that information, right? But there's a lot of plays that I haven't been able to explain to you guys yet, and that just takes time. That just takes more time on a chart, just more experience for me to really sit down and say, okay, well, this is what this is, and this is how it leads to this. This is what you look for. This is what you don't look for, right? So I'm sort of just sample sizing it basically before I'm giving you guys the actual information. So the whole entire year, I was like, what's pineapple's done? Why do you stack positions? Why do you do this? Why do you do that, right? And finally, over the last, I think, couple weeks, we started taking pineapples on the stream and explain them. Tell us, Don, do you really follow ICT concepts, or is that sarcasm? What's sarcasm? I never mentioned anything about ICT today. What are you talking about? It was like the new banner though. I think that's a hard ass banner. I'm gonna change this time though to like 420 or something. Nah, some guy sent me a DM. It's like, yo, this is a guy I see on YouTube called ICT. Do you know him? I'm like, I started dying. I was like, bro, yeah, it's like asking if you know Drake. Like, yeah, bro, everyone knows who that is. This 15 is about close below the range chat. It has no top wick though. Okay, so this 5 came up. Let's see if we can close back below 1922 here. Let's see, looking left here. So your next support is gonna be here. Your next support is down here at 1916, 1915. So everything you drove down there, pop, 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 pop. Did not. What's this? $19.30, man. We might have to wait for 1930, chat. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's either 1930 you tap before 8 a.m. or you before taking sells, or you literally close at, you wait for the 4 to close at 9 a.m. because then the 4 will close below, and the 4 will close below this range here, right? And you don't need that much of a top wick. You don't need to see 1930 before coming down towards the next support at like wherever 1920, and then 1917, and then 1913. I mean, let's see what Comics Open does here in about a couple of minutes here, but I want to see this top wick here because I don't want to enter sells once you close. Oh, I don't mind it, but we can enter sells below 1922. I just prefer entering sells in this zone here because you have rooms to take advantage of, right? You enter sells in this zone here, you could, for instance, if price were to drive up today, right? It's not just gonna drive up like this today. If we were to take sells and price were to drive up, it's not gonna just do this. It's gonna do this. Something like this, close bearish for a little bit, close back above, and then end up doing this, right? But by the time you close above anyways, and if your sell entries are here and here, you can take advantage of these pullbacks, right? Because price needs to grab liquidity before it starts to head back up to the top of the range. So at any given point, you can just, you know, create a bottom wick and continue to drive, create a bottom wick, continue to drive, and that bottom wick will be the point where we exit, where we take out and get out in profit and all that good stuff. And you have more room for pineapples. Whereas taking sells here, you know, at any given point, price can just do this, where it just comes back into the range, right? And it might even make a bottom wick. Who knows? It might or may not, right? But let's say your support's here, and your entry now is like, let's say down here. You're likely not going to come back to the break-even point if we were to close back into the range, because the bottom wick will only tap into the most recent support level, which is this level at 1925. So again, that's what I'm saying. Like 27 wouldn't be bad, like 28 wouldn't be bad, but this gets a little rough here. Was this yeses lows? It was, right? This is yeses lows. Okay, so we come back into the range, and this is just a range on fake out. Again, they're breaking the highs, then you just back into the ranges like this. We could get buys earlier. For buys though, like I'll probably want to see because the 1 hour never closed below the range here. The 1 hour closed respecting my bad. The 1 hour close respecting like 1922 here, which is this support right here. I don't know if you guys see this, but this is where I have my support level marked at, right? Rejections here. So I found that I'll put a little lower right here, right? You're gonna see that every time you close respecting that level, you never drove down, you just rejected. So same thing gonna happen here. So you never close below in the 1 hour time frame. If the 1 hour could, I'll say, or the 1 hour with the small time frame could come down, break the lows here, create a bottom wick for this 5, and then end up closing back above 1924, we could literally take the same position we took yesterday. We took the same buy yesterday at the same, oh, not the same price point, but similar motion though, right? We kind of came down, rebroke the lows, and then that was like your third time basically we're breaking the lows. So if you're breaking the lows for three times already, and it's like 1040, you know, 1035, and the 1 hour hasn't continued to push yet, it's a high chance that 1 hour will likely not push and end up coming back to the ranges. So then all you gotta do is wait for a 5-minute closure above 24 here, or even like 1920, not 24, my bad, 25. So yeah, 24, 811 closure above there, and then you can take bias going up towards the next resistance, which is 1927, 28, since that's where you're sort of expecting price to tap before it makes the decision to push down. So that could happen. There's a possibility. That's what I'll wait for. Okay, it's cool. So there's a bottom wick there. Let's see what this does now, though. Let's see if it has volume to push back up with comics open, or if comics open would drive price down here. You have no news today too, so comics open should be pretty big. Fab, no bottom wick. Nice. Okay, that's even better. Close back into the range. That's all I really need. All right, no bottom wick on the 5. Close below. Okay, cool. So yeah, if we can just close back above 24.811, that'd be great. I need that line there. Put this over here. Yeah, no sells and no buys for me just yet here. I'm just waiting for his channel to kind of print something. The comics open channel came up, created a top wick. It's starting to flip bearish again. Will it drive? I don't know. The 30 and 1 hour both have no top wicks yet. But again, they can also still drive because the previous candles already grabbed liquidity. That could have been it, but I don't know. When I'm uncertain, I just stay out, right? There's no like debate about it. It's like, if I don't know what's going on, I don't know what's going on. Simple as that. Whenever I don't know what's going on, it's because I need more information printed, right? The markets might not be in a situation where I can take positions yet, but once we have a couple more candles that closes, like a couple more 5-minute candles that print structure, prints volume, then yeah, I'll have more information and more confirmations to take positions. But right now, no. But look, so look, you came down, you rebroke the lows again. Now you're rebreaking the highs. If you can just again close above 24 here, and we can just get buys up. Yes, this is the second time you're rebreaking the lows, and you're coming to the second half of the hourly candle. And if the hourly candle hasn't driven down yet and it starts to flip bullish, that's likely the direction that the 1 hour candle will be headed in, right? Because for every candle opens up, you're sort of just trying to see what direction that candle is headed, right? So the first half rebroke the lows 3 times. That means you came down, came up, came down, came up, came down like 3 times. You grabbed liquidity already, and it hasn't drove yet. And that might not be the drive it wants to drive in. That might not be the direction it wants to drive in. So therefore, if it starts to close back about 24, right, then that might be your indication that's gonna head back up to tap into 1927 and create that 4 top wick. Because even if I'm assuming, like, even if the 4 candle were to drive down here, right, it's gonna create a top wick the next 4 candle. Like if this were to be the support here, and you were to drive down like this to fill the wick, fill the ranges, I'm assuming that you're gonna see something like this before coming down. And that'll be the pullback we're looking to catch. If it ends up being a pullback, might or might not. You must close here though, chat. Like you must close above 24. Sleepy music, man. Damn. What did Gigi do today? Continue to pop? Nice. Nothing happened. Yeah, I think we broke down every time for so far now. It's just about waiting for that closure above. Let's see, how big is that range, chat? Above 25, that range is about 30 pips. $30 move. Not too bad. Let's see, if we still hover here, by like 840, and we haven't flipped yet, and 845 ends up flipping or something, I'll just take the buys down in there. Because that'll be the very last half of the 4 hour candle. It's got to pull back, create a top wick. That'll be the very last half of the 1 hour candle. If it hasn't pushed down yet and it's starting to flip again, high chance it's gonna just continue to drive up to at least 26, 27, and that's what I'm looking to take advantage of. So those are your 2 options I'll say for buys. Solid options are, again, below not 22, but you need to close below, you need to form that resistance, and you need to break below that support, right? You need to form that structure below. That might take a long time. No, I'm in no trades right now. Last year's I took were yesterday on stream, so I'm just waiting here. We should get them shortly though. In the next like 20 minutes, I'll say before 9 a.m. we should get a position off of what I'm seeing here. I gotta lock it in, chat. My fault. I'm just, trying to figure out what's going on. Sometimes I come to the charts and just clicks right away. Sometimes it takes me a little minute. Like yesterday it took me a little minute. I think the last 4 days took me a little minute, honestly. But we still won those days, right? It's just that it takes me a little minute in terms of I need more candles to print and print information. You trade prop firms? No, I do not. This 30 closure would be pretty key though. 30 closure in about 2 minutes here. Because if we close below, then you're sort of just breaking out this overall range. I think your support on 30 is a little different though. Yeah, right here I'll say. Below 23. The 30-minute support is going to be at 1923.61. Not 1924 actually, 24.311. So if you can close below that on a 30, right? Next 30 creates a top wick, then you have potential. So I'm trying to see what this was here. Like, what was this? Like, what was the purpose of this? If you weren't to continue driving down, it happened twice, right? You had this right here, counter the previous high for a top wick to push down. This counted the same thing. So what was the reason behind this? So I'm just trying to figure out if you can hold some type of level here, close below that level to continue to drive. That's what I'm trying to see. The 30 close below will definitely help that. I'm assuming the 15 will close doji or something here. The 5 will close at resistance or something. It's just about whether or not we can break this down if that's the case. Below the 5-minute zone at 1922. Continue driving. Yeah, 22. And then your next support is going to be is going to be 20, probably like 1919 or something here. Yeah, 1919. Not that much of a range. It's like a 20 pip range. That's if we get a close. That's if we take a sell below, right? If you get a wick entry, then the range is a little bigger. Then the range would be around 51 pips. Just be careful, chat, because right, you have 30 minutes left in this 30-minute candle, and if we don't print a top wick the very first, like I'll say couple minutes of the candle opening, the first, like I'll say 4 minutes, and then you end up flipping late in the day, late in the candle, like let's say like 9:45, 9:50, then that just indicates that that might not be a top wick for it to come to close below, right? That might just be an indication that, okay, now it's gonna come back into the range and again tap into the next resistance at 1927. So it really comes down to timing here too. If you want a top wick like this before coming down, I want this to form at like literally the first five minutes of the candle opening. The sooner the better. All right, so can we get a top wick here? You're still in there. Yo, you really think I have my entire life savings in this account? That would be stupid of me if I did. If I had my entire life savings in this account. Don't do that, chat. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. I learned the hard way, but you know, make sure you spread your eggs. Where's Wix at? Wait.
What's the deal? How we doing?
What up, man?
What's the
What's
deal?
going on?
How are you?
I'm just trying to see what's going on. I'm trying to see if we can get a top wicker or something. Just chilling. I woke up late today. Did my analysis late. My coffee.
Yeah, I saw someone said you were late or not punctual.
Not punctual. This is why
Uh,
I'm my own
Someone's a
boss.
real businessman. They show up on time. Nah, he said, fuck that, I'm out. Shameless Asian session plug. Is it too early for one? It's 8:30. It's not too early. We should be almost done with the stream by now. 8 p.m. Eastern. Hump day. It's hump day. Not professional. Get the fuck out of here. You're all fired. All of you, you're all fired. It's not professional when your work depends on his work and his work depends on your work. But no one gives a shit when you guys are all independent of each other. He can show up whenever he wants. You can show up whenever you want.
Hey, if this 5-year closes below 1924 chat 0.157, the next 5 comes up, creates a top wick. I'll take a sell right when it creates that top wick, because the 1 hour time from here, right? Yeah, like this is your support now, right? So if this is your support now, even if price were to drive up and let's say price was to reverse today, like it were to just come up and fill the rest of the range like this, right? Because that's a possibility. It's gonna create some type of bottom wicks, and especially at the support too, it's gonna create some type of range and structure formed at 24. So even if you take sells at 26, for instance, like, so like this is what I want, right? I want this kind of close like this. And this kind of comes up, creates a top wick. Since it's still below that resistance, as it, you know, feels bearish, you're anticipating this basically. I got that's move we're trying to catch. So our entries will be wherever here. But I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen here. You have 30 seconds left, and you gotta close respecting 24 311. So
you might have that bullish candle close a little bit higher, and then the next candle will still give you a bearish candle and end up flipping up. It just depends on how steep this bullish candle closes.
yeah.
Because what it's doing right now, it's tapping a level, and it's going to give you an indication of either respect to that level and stay below, or break that level and go back up above. If it breaks it, you're looking for a bottom wick on the next candle. If it stays below it and respects it, you're looking for a top wick on the next candle. It's why it's so hard to put buys above or sells below. It's just because anything can happen in these areas.
Yeah, you see how it's like, okay, so now we're about 5 minutes into the candle, right? We're 5 minutes to the 30-minute candle. The 30-minute candle created a top wick already. But if it doesn't start to flip within this 5-minute candle, it's likely not going to flip for before the 4-hour close, and ends up just closing bullish on the 1-hour candle support, right? Because you never close below support. Some of you guys probably have your support like this. Look left a little bit. There's a strong support at 24, right? 311. That's why I said earlier that's not a closure below. Definitely not a closure below. Which doesn't mean it can't drive, but you know, in terms of closures, that wasn't it for me. So let's see, there's 15:30 both close there. If the 15 close the way it is in 9 minutes, next count is a bottom wick. Just take buys then and there. Because these times matter, right? Like first half of the candle, second half of the candle, last quarter of the candle, what did price do within the candle already, right? This candle, this 1-hour candle, what did it do? Opened up at 8 a.m, came down, and then now starting to come back up. If it wanted to drive down, it would have driven down before like 8:30, I'll say. Would have been create a top wick and just continue to push down, but it hasn't done that. It's been struggling here, so you might just get some type of support to continue up towards 28, 27. Probably trades at like 9, to be honest with you. Chat, see our potential. You catch Asian last night?
No.
Nothing, right? That was nothing.
There was one position. I didn't take it because the candle closed no top wick. But you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, like in that case, I probably should have taken it because the higher time frames didn't really matter. They were just starting to print, and we had a massive rejection and flip. So probably should have taken it, but you know, I'm logging that away and taking note of it, taking notice where and why and when.
Was it like it wasn't a breakout, right?
It was the bottom wick over there. So go to last night, go to 9 p.m. It was the same trade basically that we took in the morning, but it would have, so right there, see that bottom wick?
This one?
Right there. Yeah, right below it. The one that rejected right off your trend line. Yeah, so that bottom wick, you see how it rejected and then closed with no top wick?
Oh, literally the same trade took yesterday.
The same trade, yeah. But you see it closed with no top wick as soon as it rejected, and I was like, if that 5 had a small top wick on the next 5, I would have been in. But realistically, it was also the 30 and hourly flip, I think, at that point. And I shouldn't, that 5 no top wick, I think I should have disregarded it based on the fact that the hourly and the 30 flipped. It's all right. I think that was the only thing I've seen, but honestly, it wasn't my ideal position. The ideal position would have gave us a top wick and then steeper bottom wick on the next spot. Then it just drove up with no pullbacks.
Yeah, typical. Yeah, because like I mean, last night, like if it struggled during NY session, and
it wasn't gonna break it during
like,
Asian.
if it were, even if it were to be a fake, like even above like 29, if it were to be a fake, what would have happened here? You wouldn't just close above and then do this. Like this indicates that okay, now we're in one massive range here. Now you're in this range from here to here. So there's a possibility you can just come up on this counter, drive up for that range now. But if you were gonna fake
the
out last
thing is,
night, it would have drove down. It would continue to drive past those levels, right?
the thing is, you also you ranged pretty hard here, right? There, throughout the entire session from the morning through the evening. And we had no news the entire day, and then there's no news today, so there's no catalyst to really drive us out of that range for Asian session. There's
Yeah.
just pull back for the daily. It just created a bigger range, but we really have no catalyst right now to drive, and so we must wait for volume times. We don't have any red folders, and we just had COMEX open, and look, it just kind of, stayed around here, back in the same spot. So I think it's going to need another, injection of volume, which would probably come with NYSE, just to get out of this higher time frame range.
Chat, look, it's 8:40 here now. So the 1 hour candle, again, hasn't flipped bearish. The 4 count's pulling back for the last couple minutes of the 4 hour close. There's a possibility you can just continue to drive here now towards the next resistance, which was our target was, I think earlier today, 29, 28. It's just about how can we get in now. So I prefer getting in if we can tap into like 24, 25 levels here. That'd be amazing. But will price have enough volume to come down, tap those levels before making its way up? I wouldn't mind entering the last 15 of the 1 hour count because we're not like taking sells there. If we're taking sells, then yeah, wait for the 4 hour close. But we can take buys before the 4 hour close. That'll be fine. It's just you need the bottom wick though.
The bottom wick, yeah.
How big is this range? 23. Okay. Same buy we took yesterday, chat. Same
If I
price
took
point.
that for Asian session, would have been wild. We just take another one right now, that would have been 3. Yeah. We're gonna activate at the same spot.
Nice. 29.
But there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like it would be tough to take these positions again, like within the next hour yesterday or within the next 2 hours. But now that it's made, it's made some new structure here, and it's kind of created a range, created some levels. Becomes easier to trade, right? The higher time frames have closed now since we took the trade yesterday. Did you see the daily? The daily closed below and into a range, so I figured the daily would drive down.
Hold on, wait. What is this? 0.6555.
You all right? You glitching?
No, I'm just trying to figure something out.
No, just
All right. Interesting. A minute and a half for his closure here. 15. Double open. 15. If we can close the way it is, that'll be perfect. Chris Abano wig tapping 23. The flip will be your entry. But you need to break the lows, right? On this 15. So this 15 can do this, chat. Basically what I'm trying to say. You can create a bottom wig, break the lows. The flip will be your entry. Right? Because you already had this structure print down here. And if you have another account coming down and you flip bullish, that right there will be your entry. I don't know about taking the wick entry because the 4 account can still flip and continue to drive down. That's why the wick entry wouldn't be ideal here, but the flip would be ideal. So it's just like a regular fake out here in this case. It's just a zucchini. That's all that really is. But you need a break, tap like 22, and then flip bullish, and then that'll be the buy stop we'll have once you flip. All right, pretty straightforward. But I would not suggest taking some wick entries at 22 and stuff here. It's just tough because the 4 hour can still drive down, the 1 hour can still re-break the lows and drive.
1 hour could close doji. You get a top wick and continue down.
Possibly.
Why is these 15? That's why you're paying attention, really, not to the 1 hour, right? That's why you're really locked in here on the 15, 30.
15 might not even close below. 15 might just, yeah, 15 to close respecting. So, oh, there's that. I'm gonna be back in about 15 minutes. Okay. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
All right, gang. Shameless Asian session plug number 2 of the day. We are well into the stream. Typically, we get like 5 or 6 plugs in, but number 2 of the day. See you guys at 8 p.m. Hopefully, we'll be out of this fucking range. Should be fun times. Because if we drive right now, I believe we'll either, I don't think we should range for Asian. And if we get out of this range, then we're either going to retest the lows for Asia or we're going to have a pullback to these areas, depending on where we drive to. Where do you see gold to reach down today for a reverse? Well, reverse in what side? In what way? To go bullish? We can head up from this area. It just a lot depends on how this 4 hour closes. This 4 hour close here is going to be key. It's either going to create a support or confirm a support at 1925, or it's going to close below and top wick on the next 4 hour and drive down. The question is, if not when the market reverses, but which ranges can we take advantage of, whether it's a buy or a sell? Where can we take advantage of the market? Once you figure that out, hey, here's a range from 24 to 27. Here's a range. You guys can't see what I'm drawing, so range from 20 to 24. So if you see there's ranges there, now you wait till you get in those ranges, and you have to start reading candles up. Apply the application of candle reading, right? So once you have the skill of drawing the proper zones, proper ranges, and figure that out, now you have to figure out what the candles mean, how to read them at that area. Then you have to apply risk management techniques once you figure that part out as well. Is there a simplified version of the zucchini play? I mean, there's a way the zucchini prints. It's not a simplified version. It's just the market just taps the same price points over and over. It just might not give you it in 3 or 4 candles. It might print it in 2 candles, right? Depends how and what kind of price points you have. Because you would also need that to fall in line with the higher time frames. Because the higher time frames might still be printing against you, but respecting support and resistance. Right, because we close bearish here on the higher time frame. Right. Yeah, go to the 4-hour for a sec.
Yep.
See, this is key here for the 4-hour. Right there. Whether we respect it or we close below it, this is a really strong closure here. And it's the highest time frame closure we get during our session, right? So this is a strong indication of where the market might go. Now you're going to close below. Obviously, you're going to want some liquidity grab. And now you can drop down to your 5-minute and see what ranges there are where you might come up to grab liquidity based on the 4-hour. Because if the 4-hour comes up here right now and respects this area and closes above it, you close above this area, you even if you start getting a breakdown here on the 5-minute, right, and coming down here, there's a strong chance you're going to come back up, right? Because we've just respected support. So now you have to take that into understanding. Now, if you have 5-minute closures that are back up in range over here in this area, right? If they're back in range over here, then any bottom wick here could probably be your entry based on the fact that you're back in range on the 5 and based on the fact that the 4-hour respected this area. This way, your trades will be, oh, wrong color, but you get the point. You'll be coming up here based on these wick entries, based on the fact that the 4-hour respected here.
Yeah, it's just about the top wicks, right, and what levels we tap after. But if you can figure out where the top wick is, that's the hard part, right? The close below isn't hard because you could see where it closes, but the top wick and what we tap will be the difficult part. So that's what you have to identify here. I mean, overall, like if I'm looking in terms of mirror, like it looks like you do have some mirror. Like you're looking at like these pushes down here, right? Like the same thing happened here. You had the same level up here, you got tapped, came down. Same level here got tapped, right? Looking at that, looking at this right here. Same levels here got tapped, that tapped. What's the mirror now? You kind of came here, create a top wick there, tapped. Next count creates a top wick here. Should be able to come down afterwards towards here next and tap into those zones, but it's literally the same exact mirrors looking at both moves here that were both coming down in the past. So yeah, I mean, the 4-hour close below here, we're gonna start looking for sells, right? It was just tough taking sells before the 4-hour close chat because like you came down, broke the lows a couple times, and you never continue to drive. So I'd rather just see a 4-hour close to confirm that higher time frame. We'll continue to drive down. Again, daily is bullish, a bearish day. 4 hours both bearish, right? It's just if we can get a wick entry, that'd be amazing. I wouldn't take the flip here, yo. I'll wait for the 4-hour close. You have like 8 minutes left. Those that are thinking about it, you can, right? So it's totally up to you, but
you'll also be thinking about the pullback on the next 4-hour.
Yeah, you also have another pullback potentially too. You might not even get a pullback. Who knows? And maybe this might be the highest it goes. Who knows?
But in your ideal situation, right, as you're looking at it, is like this is what I would really like to see, and like how this trade would work out the best. So you would want a bottom wick on this 4-hour, top wick on the next 4-hour, and if that's the case, then you're expecting 2 pullbacks, right? And it's tough for me in my head to justify taking a sell when I'm expecting the market to pull back twice right now with a bottom wick and a top wick on the next one.
My
house, what's the deal?
I'll say it's interesting because like you sort of create a top wick 3 times these zones here. There's 3 times to chat. Like ask yourself, like, what's the reason?
Oh, liquidity grab.
What's the reason behind these grabs? Like, what's happening here? Why did price do that 3 times and close respecting still? Don't get me wrong. If this 1-hour candle, this 4-hour candle closes above like 1926, then yeah, man, you're breaking above the resistance, and you're not gonna like it continue down. But these candles have done it 3 times already, right? So our whole morning so far has been spent figuring out if that's you know. If this is where we're gonna respect before continuing to push down, and all 3 counts have all done that. This count broke the highs, respected, or this count broke the highs, respected. This count broke the highs as well. I'm assuming it's gonna respect it in 6 minutes here. So if we can close below here, next count creates a bottom wick, comes back up, taps like 26 again. We can just get sells at around 26, 25. Might not have to be that steep of a top wick, because earlier on I did say 27, 28 should get tapped there. But if this is where you're rejecting, it shows that's where you're rejecting, right? You can just enter a wick entry at 26, 20, 25 for sells. to continue to push down. You can break the 1 hour lows, but you might not break the 4 hour highs. Interesting, man. I'll tell you one thing though, late or not late today, I wouldn't have caught anything, to be honest. The only thing that was the potential were maybe like this right here. But I think the reason I didn't take sells there was because I was waiting for a bottom wick once again. Or a top wick towards like 28. Because I was afraid this cat could just continue to drive up since it's re-breaking highs again. And now that it's respected, just a double down confirmation that you may not end up closing back above its ranges. And even if you do, right? Even if you do close above, you're gonna need support to form anyways. So like that's what I'm saying. Like even if you don't get the sells and we enter sells here, you have some pullbacks here, you have some bottom wicks here, right? You have liquidity for driving up, because if this is liquidity for us to drive down, you need liquidity to come back up. So you need a spike down towards a 22 again, 21 to break the lows before coming back up. So you're highly likely, if anything, before coming back up, you're gonna see the breakout lows, right? And that will be our push. That'll be our sells. So we'll take sells around like 26, take profit at like 22, 23, and there's your $4 move, and then that's what we're gonna take. And then the forecast will do whatever after that. I don't know, but I want a top wick for me to get an entry there, right?
Building a milli $3 moves at a time.
Yeah, dude. Chat, $3 moves means 30 pips, okay? In case you guys are confused, like that's what it means. It just sounds more professional.
They're like, I sat over here for 3 hours for $3. What is this shit? Quit.
You know, some people don't realize when they're trading gold that this is like an ounce of gold. This is a live chart of an ounce of gold, how much it's worth. You guys know that? So if every dollar goes up, every dollar goes down, right? It affects the actual dollar, it affects this coin right here.
The actual coin you have in your pocket.
I literally bought this coin at 1920 or 1935 or something like that. So I'm down $10 right now on this coin, but I'm assuming it's gonna be at all-time highs sometime.
Just sign it, put it on eBay. You're gonna be up.
Don's gold coin. What up, Stab?
Yeah, my guy wants to buy him back.
Every time I'm here, I feel like I escaped on vacation. Love it here. Yo, why didn't you come to the fucking meet and greet, bro?
Yeah, what's the deal, Daniel? We had a meet and greet, and you didn't show up.
It was kind of my fault. I gave him like, I should have just told him beforehand.
No, he said he was sick. I remember you and I were like, texting.
When is this guy not sick?
Where were you?
No, the dogs need help. You know that song? Sounds fire. Hey, Savage, I need some help. I need some tips on getting your first supercar.
I told him you only get the ones where the doors go up. That's it. Can't get nothing else.
Your first supercar. Why not trading GG these days? I just don't know. Like, I just started at the beginning of the year. Like, I'm like, well, GG's win rate last year was a little low. I was supposed to replace it this year. US 30. Then I'm like, let me just trade gold for now. See what's up. So far, man, gold's been. Why would I trade GG right now? Would I just focus on gold? Put all my energy and effort towards gold and just focus on that one pair, right? And that's it. That's all I know. In my head, when I'm not trading, I'm looking at gold. I can just think about gold and only gold. I don't gotta think about other pairs. You know what I mean? I don't gotta think about what GG's doing. Where's GG at? Is this a pullback? Is this a continuation? Because I be thinking about the charts sometimes, but I'm not on the charts. Like I might not even be looking at charts, but I would assume what would happen while I'm not there. Like from let's say 10 a.m. to like 8 p.m. I would assume what price would do. Either it ranges or either it continues, whatever. Because you can kind of tell, right, with the way the forward count closes. Like that's what I do. So I'll do that with just gold. But if I were to have multiple pairs, I can't do that. That way I'm always locked into gold. Your views to like ratios worse than Don's are for real. Chat, if you guys enjoying the streams, man, leave a like. 440 likes, chat, or 530 likes, chat. We can at least get like around 700 likes. I appreciate you being here today, though. Sorry for being late, by the way. Did I have some delay on stream? How much time it took bro to become profitable? How much time it took bro to become profitable? Took me a long time, man. Took me my whole life. Everything that I learned in life, I put towards trading. All the patience and discipline growing up kind of showed when I started trading. Not the start though, right? But I did adapt to it quickly. All right, I think you have a 4-hour close there. The 4-hour close below 1925 here. So I mean, I would assume that you'll continue to push down here to fill the wick, right? The wick should be like 22. I don't know if we're gonna drive down towards 13, 14 today. But I believe 22 should get tapped. So target, if I were to take sells and then we're in this 4-hour candle, I'll probably just target 22. Unless price breaks below there and we have some type of ranges, then later on we can figure that out. But right now, at least 22 is your next target here. If we were to come down today. So the 1 hour doesn't help though. It closed bullish, respecting that support at 24, right? And
but it's still below range.
Nah, I have my rest. I have my support at 24. I have mine at 24 through 11, like at 7 though, way before I even closed bullish, because I had levels here that we're respecting. I don't know. It closed below most recent, but yeah, no, that's a strong wick down.
Most recent.
Even if it did, like that's a huge wick down towards 22 to respect, right?
Just more range on the 4-hour.
Yeah. So let's see if we can tap into 26, because like if price were to drive up here, you wouldn't just see one count driving again. You'll see some type of pullback, liquidity being formed there. So I'm trying to see if we can get some sells at 26 to come down with the 4-hour candle to retest the lows.
Looking at 26.6 for to tap.
26.6, because we're looking to catch this now. Whatever 26 points or 20 those levels at 26 down towards here, it's like a 40 pip move. But I want to see a top wick. Oh, I won't have runners, chat. No runners, just literally taking top of the range to the bottom of the range, because that's what it sets up for now in this case. I would have loved if we came up with no bottom wick the whole entire time, but
yeah, then it's easier to take it on the wick.
Yeah.
Now you grab a bottom wick, it's liquidity for it to drive up.
Try to think about it, man. When do you ever see prices reverse like this? Let's say we were to reverse today. I inverted my charts, by the way, but let's say we were to reverse. When do you ever see prices do this? Very rarely. Look at, like, when you look at a structure for the past like 4 or 5 years, or just in general reading price action, you won't see this. You'll see this though. Like you'll see this, right?
Half the chat's like, every time I'm in a trade, motherfucker.
you'll see this.
I think I'm buying, it does that shit.
Right? So what I'm trying to say is that, like, even if it does like end up going up, it's gotta grab liquidity. It's gotta create support somewhere. It's gotta form that range and structure, and that's where you have those advantage points. That's why I'm looking for sells at 26, because I'm looking to grab that to here, right? We're not looking to take an entry here and hold to down here. Like, if it does that, then we'll figure it out later on, but we're looking to just grab this to this, and that's it. Just a flip. Let's see. So now it comes down to just precise entry now. So now that we have that planned out, we know what we're doing, it comes down to planning out exactly where your entry is going to be here. So I like to look left a lot, right? I'm trying to see what levels we rejected in the past. Could just probably be this, to be honest. What entry is this? 27 on the dot. Right there, 27.043 probably. That'd be my entry. Once you break all the highs, tap 27, it's got to pull back. right? Even if it doesn't pull back towards 24, there's a minor support down here at like 25. So even if it were to drive up, again, you're gonna see some type of bottom wick, right? And we have room for pineapples too. So this to this is like a 20 pip move, 15, 20 pip move. We'll be break even by the time price taps 25 anyways. Yeah, 25 would be the break even point, and this range here would be around like 12 pip move. And if we have a wick entry, I'll let it run. Oh, I might just close half and let it run. Next time closing full this time.
Yeah, that last one, you damn, that was a good entry.
Yeah, the one we had 2 days ago.
Sniper, yeah. It just ran. Never even came back. Some people held. Some people understood what it was. Held.
Yeah, it did run. Yesterday's position didn't run though. Yesterday wasn't a sniper entry. That's why I closed. But if he had like a, you know, quote unquote sniper entry, then yeah, I likely let it rock. Still waiting here, chat. Hasn't tapped those levels yet, so no positions for me. No buys, no sells here. If rejection comes down, then rejection comes down. But the 5 just closed there. Once again, someone in chat is looking at head and shoulders here, probably left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Like, yep, possibly.
But wait a minute, isn't that a double top?
Ain't that a triple top?
That's a Batman harmonic.
$9.11 chat. You know what that means? It's a little sign. You're gonna get the little Porsche.
Oh, it's not.
What if my bounce was printing 911 GT3?
911. It's like you calling out for help.
Nah,
you
GT3.
you need doors that go up. That's it.
Chat, would you guys rather get? Okay, I'm not getting a Huracan, right? But would you rather, let's say you were in a situation, would you rather get a Lambo Huracan, or like would you rather get like a GT3 RS?
720s. 720s.
No, let's say those are your two options. What would you rather get? Me personally, I'd rather get the 911 over the Huracan. If it was like a Aventador, obviously the Aventador. Like a Huracan or.
No. You gotta go. You gotta go Italian.
Porsche. In those two situations. It's like I'm not. If it's like if you're getting an entry level supercar, you might as well get the higher end before entry level supercar. You know what I mean? It's around the same price though. That's the thing. That's the thing. It's around the same price.
It's easily the Lambo. It's just honestly, yeah, a Porsche is a quality build. Like nothing will ever be off or wrong in a Porsche. McLarens are known to have issues.
He's on Urus today. I want to do Urus for the last time.
Honestly, like if I just see the cars, like the Huracan looks way better than any Porsche. Just it's more appealing to me. But the Porsche build is fucking ideal. If you ever see any Porsche, there's no imperfections on a Porsche. Every Porsche is built to a highest standard.
Chad, if we get positions at 27 here, we're gonna have some potential pineapples at 29. So when it comes to managing risk, make sure you obviously have enough risk, whatever it is, to take a second potential entry. Because we could end up taking a second entry at 28, 29 levels.
I just like the way the Huracan looks better than the Porsche.
Our entry might be, let's see, might be a little higher actually, chat. So where did we come down to? We rejected the 23, okay? So 23, rejected. Trying to see if 28 would be the better entry for us, which is right here. $27.8. $27.8. So you were put this here. 27.8. I'll be around here. It's got 8 pip difference. Because then you close above, you need form support for continuing to push up. That's a range on fake out. That could happen for a fake out, and you might have a better chance of swapping that entry than this entry with the wick entry for a fake out. If this were to be a fake out to continue down, if the 1 hour count closes below most recent respecting, 27.8 might be the better entry than 27. Chat. I know it's a 7 pip difference, but it makes a difference when it comes to pineapples and just having runners and everything today. Bad part is you may miss out. You may not tap it. It may not tap it. But that would give you 1 position here, then 2 positions here. How big will stops be? 27.8 with the entry. Then stops to be likely above this entire range here probably. It'll be 45 pips. That's not bad at all. I mean, I'll take that.
Over 100 any day.
It'll be 56. I can't. Nothing below 50. Man, I thought today would be below 50.
I remember 20 was too much, bro.
Oh, like,
really? Nah, these are steep.
There are those days. Remember back in the day when we were like, oh, 20 pips, too big of stops. We go, yo, I grew a lot, man. Like shit. I was talking to some guy yesterday, and he was telling me, he was like, yeah, man, you've grown a lot. Like I don't know. I just felt like we adapted so much, but I can't believe we used to trade the way we used to trade.
Always talking to some guy.
Like, I can't believe this is us still. Like, if you guys go to our oldest videos here, like, this is me at one point. Like, look where I started, bro. I started trading breakouts. Like, we just always improve. Like, imagine we're still doing this. Like, that's a range 1 fake out, Don. Why are you even looking at that right now on GBP CAD? No, that's not a buy. No, wrong way. It's a fake out, come down, create support at 68.
Hey, you made money.
Like, no, that's a different pair though, I think. What is that? Like, what is this? GBP USD? Oh, no bottom wick done? Like
dumbass.
Like, oh yeah, there you go. No bottom wick done. You got stopped out for 20 pips. This is why we adapted, you know what I mean? Oh man. Like, oh, it took another position here. Pips. No bomb get at 30. You're a grab liquidity though, so this one might play out, but damn, man, look at that RR chat talking about RR monsters, man. You guys don't know where I came from. Close that break even, didn't I? Yeah, I didn't drive. What time is it? It was 10:17. Train GBP JPY. I can't believe this is us though. Let's go to like May. Yeah, man.
Look at that chat moving.
Yeah, this
light.
We're like
chat
we're 2 hours into the stream chat, and this is what we had back then. Like, I literally had to make up my own questions.
Yo, chat is flying.
And I had like probably 20 viewers by this time, like 20, like, or like 8 viewers, you know. Shout out to Mo. I remember Mo. All these guys, I remember them. Aunt Will, I know who Aunt Will is. They come back sometimes. Crazy, man. Training's a very long journey, chat. It's a very, very, very long journey. I always knew it was a long journey, but now I'm realizing how long of a journey it really is. Like, you really have to be willing to get better every day. in this game. If you're trying to trade. All right, so it looks like that was a rejection again. Same levels. No sells for me just yet, guys. But it will change the structure up if we start to come down here, because then you have liquidity, right? Earlier on I said how it's very rare you have a candle coming down just like this. But now if you're doing this now, you come up, you break the highs and you flip. Taking sells there is a little tough because you're sort of headed the other way now. You're sort of coming back up now. So in this situation here, I mean, if we come down, break the lows at 21 again, close back above 24, we're just gonna take buys up towards 27, 28 then, because it changes the, you know, the story now, sort of. Because earlier on we're looking to catch this to this, right? Now that I already tapped that, it's like, okay, well, what now? If it breaks the lows and comes back up, then that's like the 4th time doing that. We just take buys towards 27, 28. I want to see 22 break. And we'll take buys around, like, once you break 22, we'll take buys into the flip of the 1 hour or something. Try to flip 1 hour fake out, 1 hour onion back into the range. 30, 40 pips. Might not be a wick entry, but it will be a decent entry at the bottom of the range. If the 1 hour closed below most recent for me, like not below most recent, but overall, I would have considered a starter play. Like that would have been my, like, ideally what I'll be looking for. 15 no bottom wick. Yeah. Wicks is high as fuck. Wicks is zoned out.
What?
You'll never see
Wicks doesn't.
Oh shit, bro. 10 pips. Yo, my fault, chat. Sorry, yo. We did not catch 10 pips today, guys. Not yet, at least. My fault. What was that? I'm holding on 10 pips for life. Gotta flex. I was roasting. You guys ever have 6 pips on the screen? And today I had it for my whole entire stream. And it was only 10 pips. No, I swear I forgot that. I just.
You wouldn't be flexing 10 pips. Like if it was like 80, maybe.
Yeah, you know, I genuinely forgot.
10 pips, he forgot. Even I know.
We're getting volume here. It's starting to move a little faster. How do you know when volume's about to come, chat? Don? Well, when the price starts to move a little faster, that's when volume starts to come. So see how it's moving right now? This is volume. Like this is wake up. Wake up now.
Coffee's kicking in.
Yeah.
Sounds coffee.
Jerome finally got his coffee. And still nothing happening yet here. You haven't had a move yet today, have you? Like what we came to the stream at what time, chat? We came to the stream at like 7:30. We're at the same price point. We moved like a total of 20 pips down and like 15 pips up, like 35 pips total today. Don't stress. You haven't had the move yet today. I can't believe this is us back then though. Back then we'd be like, all right, chat, at least we're gonna have to wait for the next 4 hour candle, and then we'll sit there for 4 hours waiting for our candle close just to have no bottom wick.
You know, I can't get over this shit. There's this guy I see on YouTube.
Oh, that's a fire thumbnail banner. Funny. Shout out to ICT. I think it was his birthday yesterday. Yo, chat, how old is what's his name again? Michael. How old is Michael?
His name is Michael?
Yeah, Michael Huddlestone or something. Huddleston. Michael is 51. 57 years old, 23 hours and 12 minutes. Where did you get that? Yeah, this guy knows his exact age. That's crazy.
I mean, it had to be a Michael, right?
No, his name is Michael. I've seen it in
All the go-
podcasts. I watched his
all the
podcast
goats.
before.
All the goats are Michaels.
Yeah, that's true.
Had to be a Michael.
Jackson, Jordan. How's the line go?
Tyson.
Tyson, Jackson, Jordan. Game 6.
Game 6.
I want to hear that song now. Yeah. You have the Michaels, and then you have the Raja. The goats.
The goat. Whatever.
My team from my winter league for hockey is hitting me up now.
Oh,
Like,
Phelps. That's right.
yeah, Michael Phelps too. Who else is there? Michael Vole.
Michael Johnson. He was an Olympic runner. What do you want?
Michael Johnson. Were you Team Bolt or Team Johnson? Wait, no, there were two different eras, right?
Different eras.
Who was the guy in
Johnson
the US?
ran with the gold shoes in the Olympics in '98.
Oh yeah, who's the guy with you saying in the US then at that era?
From
What's his name?
during Bolt's. I don't know. I don't remember. I know who he's talking about. I watched them race.
I used to love the yeah, Tyson Gay, that's his name, yeah. Who's the fastest right now though? It's is it that Canadian guy? Who is the fastest right now? Has anyone like beat Bolt's time yet?
Bolt retired.
Bolt too old now, man.
That boy worked for like 3 minutes his entire career.
Yo, for
His
real.
whole career was like 3 minutes. I don't know.
I used to look up to that guy. I used to do track, bro, and man,
Boy worked 10 seconds a day.
he was tall too. Not a lot of fast runners were tall. He was like 6 something, 6'3" or something, 6'2". He's
Big ass legs.
yeah, long legs, bro.
You get it because you get a long stride.
But that Puma deal sets him for life now. He's good. With the gold Puma shoes, that Olympic, finishing the finish line, looking back.
That boy going to work.
Crazy.
I think ESPN had a commercial like that or something like that back in the day where he's like, all right, I'm going to work. And
Yo.
then 10 seconds later, he's back. He's like, all right.
Bro, I just wish that you know that race where he looked back. I think it was a relay race. No, it was 100 meter or 200 meter. I wonder what his time would have been if he didn't look back. He just ran like fully because he wasn't even trying anymore at the end. He would have like 8.7 or something probably.
Beast.
Fucking nuts. That's fast.
I've seen people in Brooklyn run faster with 2 sirens behind. Straight up. There's some athletes on the streets that never made it.
Man, I had a good sound yesterday.
Waste of talent.
You see him crying his bucket. Alright, Gold, what are you doing here? You came down, 4 count came down, you formed bottom wick already, then you came back up. Then you came back down. Now you're hovering around the same area as a doji. Where are you deciding to go today, my friend? Don, name 3 masters you learned from. 3 masters. 3 masters. What have I learned from masters? 3 masters. I learned from everybody, man. I learned from more than 3 masters. I learned from like 10 different masters. What up, Calm? What's going on, bro? How's your week been, man? Man, I was thinking all day yesterday. I was just thinking like, wow, man, I love trading. You know when like, let's say like you enjoy something, you do for a long period of time, and all of a sudden you like while you're still doing it, you pick up more love for it, and then once you pick up more love for it, it's just like I don't know, like for the longest time it was very dull to me. It was very like I got kind of not bored, but like I was kind of just like whatever. I was like, okay, this is what I do, and you know it's my job, right? But then like, again, I don't know what happened, but my love for trading just went like it just went up again, and it hasn't gone up like this since probably like 2020, probably 2021. It's a good thing though. I'm not complaining. But man, trading is it was not the money. No, it's not in the money. It's just like it's just I don't know, man.
Money is a plus, but it's a huge satisfaction knowing that you're good at what you do, and then that you're only getting better, and you're like, right? Every day is just an improvement, and it's just internally, it's satisfaction.
You've been training for 12 years, still love it every day. Yeah. I never loved it. I never hated it. I just did it because it was my job, right? I just like I enjoyed doing what I did, but now it's a different type of love now for trading. No, there's no dopamine. Like it's not even about winning. Like I told you guys earlier, man. Like my wins aren't from making money. My wins are from just having the right calculations. The process. That's what I enjoy of trading. And like I enjoy the process. This is odd. 30-minute candle close bullish. This candle is pretty much bottom wick here. You got 3 minutes left for a 30-minute close though. Will this candle close doji or below the range here? Because if it closes below the range, chat, you might just end up coming down. And I guess that was a top wick, and it kind of sucks because that was the only clear idea today that we had, I think, so far.
Yeah, I have NYSE volume right now kicking. I think the only catalyst in the last 2 hours.
No, it's not the month. I'll tell you guys why it's not. Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say you might see direction by around 9:45.
Yeah, 9:45. You typically would move at 9:45, especially this week. I think yesterday, same shit. We had a trade at 9:45 or something.
No, I think we had an early trade.
We did? Yesterday? No, 9:35. We had a trade yesterday. 9:35. Because I remember we were 5 minutes off of Jerome's call. Remember? Jerome called us. And
oh, yeah,
like
that's
9:30.
right.
And when 9:35, it moved. Yeah, I'll tell you guys why it's not the money though. Because like, what was it? Okay, there was no difference between before I left for Florida. Before like, let's say 2 months ago, my balance was at 600k, 700k. Now it's at 900. Like, that's not really like going from 700 to 900k isn't life changing as like going from 100k to 900k. So like, it definitely is not the money because I'm still kind of in the same situation I was before I went to Florida. It's just the balance went up, but all right, like in this situation for me right now, at least, like going from 700k to 900k isn't that big of a difference in terms of, it won't change my life. Going to 700k alone will already change my life in general, right? That's what I'm saying. It's not about the money. It's just, I think it's just about just seeing that, you know. I guess it's sort of like I always had this vision that I wanted to be where I am right now in terms of trading, understand the charts, and understand just price action the way I do now, and I finally have that now. Not saying 2 months ago I didn't have that, but it's like a different level, a different barrier that I kind of broke. It's like an aha moment, like when you're very profitable. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Crazy. I don't know how to express it. I do want to travel and trade though. Next year, I don't know. Maybe if I can find a proper setup next year and get things sorted out, I'm trying to see if I can stream from around the world. I'll be so sick because like that's literally my job, chat. Like I don't have to be in Toronto to trade, right? I can take vacations here and there and stream and still trade as long as I have the right setup wherever I go.
Get a mobile setup.
Best Buy is about to be like, yo, this guy keeps going around areas around the world and refunding stuff. Can get 2 monitors, a 4090 PC, a mouse, a Go XLR.
Just ask him to ship the same one to every location.
Everywhere I go, just ship it.
Ship it.
Don't feel like you have to stream. No, I love streaming. I love. Oh, 30-minute count, create a bomb. We can start to flip. Oof. Let's lock it in here. Could we get a bottom wick towards 24 here? Because if that 30-minute candle just did that, right, on to like the second half of the hourly candle, could we just get a push up now towards 1929, 28, 27? So if we can get a bottom wick, chat, tapping like 24, I may look for buys around those areas there. Because then that'll be the entry there. Break even point would be like 26 probably. Target would be like 29, 27. If that's a wick entry, we'll let it rock towards 27 probably. It's like a 25 or $2.5, $3 move. Just need a bottom wick here, okay? Same position we took last night. Literally.
Why do you have a 25.85 level, Mark?
I have I'm looking for 24.69.
Oh, why do you have that marked? What is that?
Oh, right here. Like I'm looking at this for bottom wicks. These levels got tapped. But when it comes to entries,
why do you have 25.85 marked?
Oh, I think that was for the top wick earlier for sells, but I don't think that's as key anymore. Oh, it was just this resistance here though, 25. So yeah, even that though, like that's a range of like 13 pips advantage points. TP is 1929. Stop loss will be, where will stops be again, chat? Let's see, must be above 60, right? That's in 17. 17,271. Could be 17,271, or it could be that, or it could be this 27.82. But it's like a minimum like this. I would say it's like a 6 pip difference. So might as well put that 17.271.
Yeah, there's a couple of areas you could have pineapples out here.
Yeah, a good handful. Let's see if we can get a bottom wick though. That's all I really need. We have a minute left for a 5-minute close here, so I'll wait for this 5-minute close probably. I wanted to close doji. We can close doji, that'd be perfect.
Marcos is like, no, I'm sitting this one out. I'm gonna wait for the second one.
Actually, is that it?
Bottom wick.
What was stop loss again, chat? 17.271. I'll wait for his 5 close in a minute here. If we can close doji, create a bottom wick, then that'll be my entry. The further down, the better it would be. But like around like that could have been it, or it could tap to 24.371 still. Right, because look, the 1 hour candle closed bullish, right? Came down 3 times. If price wanted to drive down, the 4 hour candle would have done it by now. So as long as you can still hold 24.311 here. You come down and create a bottom wick next. We'll be in there. If this 5 ends up closing bearish below the range, we might have to reevaluate and reconsider the position, because it changes the structure up. Yeah, if that bottom wick formed like the first minute of the 5 candle, yeah, I would have been in. But it was like the second half, right? So the second half, it could just still close bearish below the range. Like this is what it could happen. Like this is what could happen. That's why there was no positions yet for me, just there.
You would have seen that if you had the 2.5 minute running.
2.5 minute running. Yeah, no, see, it's like it's not respecting that level there. Cool. Guess next 15 closure in about 10 minutes then for next potential positions. 5, how did it close there though?
The broker respected it.
It closed overall respecting on the 5 still, but the whole idea is the 1 hour here. So again, you probably gotta close above 25 here and then form a bottom wick and that'll be your entry. Or maybe wait for this 15 and close. Doesn't help that you close like Gladiator in the 5-2 below the range. Yeah, probably another 10 minutes chat, 9 minutes for potential positions here. Just wait shortly.
AKA 9:45.
Yeah, 9:45. That's what you said earlier. Well, this is your time to, you know, do what you gotta do. Take a little break, go for a little walk, go for a little hike, come back and you might have positions.
Well, you don't understand the stop loss. Look left. Look where the market rejected below there on the higher time frame. That's where you're gonna put your stop. I'm gonna go big on this one. I made fuck all in 2 days, but that shouldn't be the determining factor what trades you go big on and what you don't.
Yeah, doesn't change anything up.
You could go another month without making fuck all, right? Just in 1 day you make a monthly salary. Just you gotta wait.
You keep cracking at the rock will eventually crack open, right? But you gotta have the same plan going into every trade, right? You can't change plan due to the fact that you need this today, you need that today. You missed on this yesterday, so today you need to make this back. Like that doesn't, like the market doesn't know what you need. It's just to move according to what it has to do. So your job is to sit there and adapt to the markets every day. Some days you might have bigger ranges, some days you might have smaller ranges, right? But you shouldn't force the market to do a certain thing because you need to pass your funded today, or you need to make this percentage today to pass your phase 2, and you know, the job is to adapt. Simply sit there and adapt to the charts. Who knows, we might end up catching 110 pips today. We might beat the 10 pips allegations today. All right, last 15 minutes here of the 4-hour close. If the 4-hour kind of wanted to drive down, or my bad, the 1-hour close, if the 4-hour and 1-hour both wanted to drive down here as it rebreaks the lows, that should be the drive down. I mean, hey, if we can break the lows one more time and come back and close bullish there, we should be good. Because why else would it be doing this, right? Why would it be struggling if that's where price wanted to drive down towards them?
But he said, what's your relationship with the IRS? He doesn't have a relationship with the IRS.
A relationship?
Non-existent. They never went out.
I'm not an American, man. The CRA?
Come on, Nick. Come up with better questions.
We have never seen you catching more than 330 pips in live. 110 pips is a joke. I guess so. Yeah, you're still watching my live. Allegations, man. I guess you haven't been watching long enough, man. We caught 110 pips before on stream. I'll find it in the spreadsheet somewhere. I think it was like early this year, February. Remember that? We had a buy stop, sell stop, I think, during news for a swing trade on stream, and it activated, and we got it kind of just came into 110% profit, and we closed phone. He's like, go back a little bit though. Chat, relax. You know, he's just making a comment. Maybe his first time watching. You don't gotta go at him. You know, I understand we have a very strong community.
It's all just jokes. People, yeah, it's just a joke.
You gotta get used to it, man. This is how it's gonna be. You guys know this by now. If I can handle it, you guys can handle it. People just be saying stuff. Doesn't matter though. It doesn't affect your bank account, right? It doesn't affect what you do every day. It doesn't affect the way you trade. Just feel special. People are spending time their day making comments like that, and yet you're still ahead in life, right? So why does it affect you? If anything, it should motivate you. This wasn't our comment. It was in a different form. We don't have a gulag here, guys. Sound to the gulag. You mean sound to the other stream?
Wrong stream, but
Yellow folder today? Yeah, you have oil. Every Wednesday you have oil inventories. If you guys didn't notice that, crude oil inventories every Wednesday at 10:30. You have that folder. Okay, 15's about to close there. Interesting. Interessante. Remember that?
still have the hoodie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm about to frame it. Hit Premiere up, get it signed, get you to sign it. Bring you guys together for a podcast.
All right, man. Hey guys, if this 15 closes doji here and we get a bond wick, we'll have that wick entry. If the 15 closes bearish though, it can create a bond wick and continue to push down to fill the wick. So this is very important how it closes. If it can close doji at 25 on a dot in 2 minutes, that'll be perfect. It'll be the 1 hour flip again, and then that difference will be like a 9 pip range.
La fame.
We'll target whatever this is. Yo, La Fame, what's going on, bro? How you been?
Bruh,
La Fame?
what's the deal?
Hold on, wait, what? Whoa, you came back, huh? It's been a long time. I still speak to you sometimes here and there, but I haven't seen you on stream, on this stream, making a comment since maybe 2020, 2021. Why are your stop loss so high? I don't know. Ask the markets. The markets decide to stop for me. I don't make that decision. This obviously smoking Zaza. Damn, are you still trading, LaFame? Might have some bias your chat. Lock it in, guys. If we close doji, create a bottom wick, we'll be in there on the bottom wick. 30 seconds. Can we close at 25? 057. We want to see this, right? Want to see a doji. Want to see a bottom wick and then a flip. Like, this is what we're expecting. Doji. And all right, close bearish. Still respecting support. 30-minute closure in 14 minutes here. How did the MT5 close?
Bearish.
Bearish as well. Yeah. I want a doji close. Because now, if it's a bearish closure here, right? It's still respecting the support. Any given point can just dip down and fill that wick there. So probably gonna have to wait for a third close there, or maybe the next 5 or something. We'll
also,
see.
if you look at the most recent there, right? If you
yeah, it respected, right?
There, it closed actually below right there.
Yeah.
Or this area. Just on the most recent.
Yeah. Yep, guys, gonna have to wait here. Unfortunately. What can I do, man? The good thing is that I came late today, so.
Oh.
Nothing. I can stay a little longer. I'll probably dip off at like, it depends if you get a trade in the next like 30 minutes, then we'll call it a day whenever we get a trade. But if we don't get a trade and we're still waiting for positions, I'll hop off at like 10:30, 10:45.
Watch the Drake tour? Yes, all 60 stops. Watched every single one.
The Drake tour. No, at this point, the only thing is we have to wait for 10 a.m. That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the 30-minute to close doji, or the 1 hour to close doji. If that can close doji, create a bottom wick, then we'll be in there, right? But I want to see this 1 hour close respecting 24,311. As long as it closes respecting this support, preferably bullish or doji, we're good. If you close bearish below the range, then you could get some sells, but you need some top wicks for sells at 27 or something for sells, right? If you close bearish in the 1 hour and you come up and you tap 27, we'll take sells at 27, because then we're just expecting price to sort of do this, right? Since these levels are still being respected, you tap like 12 and after, we'll be in the sells from there on. Come down, so could get buys or sells at 10, depending on how it closes. Don's ranging, be careful. I know it's ranging, man. Trust me. I understand I was ranging yesterday too. We know it's ranging, man. Don't worry. But there's ranges we can take advantage of, right?
I think that's the whole idea of the king, is to be able to take advantage of the market when it's ranging, coming back into a range.
Yeah, we take advantage of the range. There's advantage points in the range that price needs to tap before it makes a decision on where it wants to go next, right? Comes down to how it closes, where it closes, top wicks, bottom wicks, right? Those things matter. Like, this is the motion. Understanding liquidity, understanding price levels that we could tap, you know, like having your advantage points set out due to that motion in general. Like, you have to have a better understanding of the motion over the years, over this year, I'll say, because the more I do this every day, the more you'll see and you'll be able to adapt to. Right? So all those times you got faked out, waiting for a closure above the range, bottom wick and entry, right? You'll be able to adapt to that now with the motion, because you understand now what breakout is valid. Because if a new trader were to look at the playbook, right, and they were to just straight up the playbook, they can still, you know, like they'll still be fine to a certain extent, but you need to understand the structure of what you're taking it based off of. You need to understand what part of the cycle you're in today. Are you in the pullback? Are you in the continuation? Are you in the range? What part of the cycle are you in? And that's when the motion comes in, because the motion indicates those things for you. It'll indicate where you're gonna grab liquidity at, how you're gonna grab it, or at least the probabilities of it doing so, right? Again, it's all price action though. There's no indicators, nothing needed, right? Of how we trade now still, but it's like you can still take these entries. It's just that sometimes you need to wait for liquidity to be grabbed first. Like if you were to have like something like this, chat, would you take this? If this were to be your support, right? And you were to, you know, be bullish, let's say. This is your resistance here. At some given point, you're just bullish. Right? You're strongly bullish. All of a sudden, you close bearish or resistance here. Would you take a sell here? Expecting price to reverse? No, you wouldn't. You wait for structure to be formed, right? You want to wait for structure to be formed. So you probably want to see something like this formed. You want to see a push up, break it high or something, grab liquidity. That's also your range 2 breakout. And then you have something like this. Now this makes a lot more sense now, especially if you can close like this too, right? Because what you see here is now you have a stronger resistance being held. But just saying stronger resistance, stronger support is very vague. You have to understand in depth why that's a strong resistance, what happened. So when you look at this candle now, you're like, okay, well, what does this candle mean, right? Going back to what we usually do, draw the candle backwards. What happened during this 1 hour candle here? What did it do? So if this is your resistance though, let's say this were to be like let's say the 1 hour time frame. Now you look at the 15-minute time frame, right? This is the 15. So let's draw a line here and divide it in half, so you guys know the difference, right? This is the 15 now. That green highlighted candle now is literally just doing this. That candle was off. Oops. Like this is how ideally it'll look, right? But what do you have here? You have a range 2 now. So sometimes that's why I say, I'm like, yo, chat, this is a range 2 fake out. You might not see it visually, but if you were to break the candle backwards down, you'll see it. Because look, now this is your range 1 right here, right? This is your range 1, and this is your range 2. Why? How did I come up with this, right? Because look, you had a high. Like this candle's bearish, right? Obviously, so you had a high. This is the high. You then close right here. That's where the closure was. So I have to pull back at some given point for a bottom wick. But at one point, the low is down here. This is the low, right? These areas. So it pulled back. So now you have this as your range 1. This is your range 2. And then that now you have structure formed. You have the motion printing, right? So as you just come down now and you close below this range like this, right? That's the zucchini. That's the starter play, right? That's what it is. That's literally all that is. So now you can take the starter play. Now you can take the onion, right? To come down. And that's your sells. You're not going to expect something like this to form now to fill the rest of the range coming down, right? Now you can take the sells. But here, when you never had any of that yet, you just had one bearish candle resistance. That's not enough. That's not enough liquidity. That's not enough structure form. That's not enough range form for you to take sells there. It's very tough. Just like yesterday's trade even. Like literally just like yesterday's trade in a 5-minute time frame, chat. Remember how you have to wait for the 5 minute to break the lows before we take buys? Right? Going back to yesterday's trade right here. You're going to see it form too. Like, right? We didn't take this here. Why? Because that was the first bearish closure. This is we're paying attention to this right now, right? Like, so forget all of this shit. You don't need to look at this right now. You just need to look at currently the range for form. Look at this, right? So you're gonna see here that this is the range we're in. This is your major resistance here. You can see it, right? These are levels you tapped in the past. So right here, that's your strong support here. Let's make it pink. Strong support there, right? This is what we'll take onions on, right, in the past. But now that we understand liquidity, understand volume, you'll wait for a breakout lows, and then that will be the buys we'll take. We would then wait for the breakout lows again yesterday. That was key. We closed back into the ranges. and that was the buys we took. There's obviously other factors as well, like the last 15 of the 1 hour count, all that good stuff. But for the majority, like that was the reason we took the buys yesterday afterwards. But yeah, like that's what you have to understand. You can't just look at the playbook and be like, okay, well, we have a close, we have this printed, that printed. Okay, now let's just take a buy here because of this. Nah, it's not how it works. Right? Like you can do that. You might have a win rate of like 65, 70, right? But you want to be better than that, right? Yeah, you have potential here, but I'm waiting for the 1 hour close here. So in about 4 minutes here, you're breaking the lows again. So this is the 4 hour breakout of lows. It makes a huge difference depending on how we close. We can close below, close respecting. 4 minutes is a very long time. NYC volume kicked in, I'm guessing. The coffee actually kicked in.
Oh, it kicked in?
It kicked in. This is the double shot espresso. Explaining a smart rabbit concept, please. So buy, stop, sell is on news. You wait for price to make a top bottom wick, and then you enter in the rebreak of the highs. There you go. Understand? Because when you wait for a price to make a higher or low, as it comes back up, it comes back down to rebreak the higher low, it's just retesting that low. So it's forming like the range basically. Because it comes down, right? Price comes down like this, flips doji. You now have a candle looks like this. On a smaller time frame, literally this is just formed. You're coming down, you're creating support, right? You pull back to close doji. You then have a range form here. So if that's your low, this is your resistance, that's your support. You're gonna come back up, create a range because you gotta reject to close doji, obviously, right? Or to print doji. And then as you come back down to rebreak the lows now, so now the count goes from this to looking like this again. All that's happening is it's coming down to rebreak the lows like this, right? But you have more structured form now. You have a fake out, you have an onion, you have all this. You close below the range, you're breaking on lows again. Yeah, you take sales off the rip. And that's what we've been taking. You guys thought I was trolling? That's literally what it is. You have the motion though. The motion of the ocean. Same thing on gold, right? The 1 hour candle doji came up, closed doji 1 point, come down and rebreak the lows. Small time frame, what did it do? It printed a range. The 5 printed a range here. Now what is it doing? It's rebreaking the lows. So if it were to close below here, it's an indication we're gonna continue down probably. But I just rather get an entry somewhere at like 24 or something, to be honest. Off rip might not be bad, but considering I want to take pineapples, I'd rather have a better entry at 24, have pineapples at 26 or something. Because our target was only 1919, right? It wasn't that deep of a target. 1919 next.
Caffeine doesn't actually give you energy. It blocks you being tired by blocking your dentist. You're that guy, huh? Damn, yo, this coffee got me hyped. This coffee got me wilding out. I had too much caffeine. Well, you know caffeine doesn't actually give you energy. It blocks you
like,
oh, here we go. Who invited this guy?
When you explain down position, he says, you know, I don't like the bottom wick here. Man. Man. That's where you're confused. It's okay if you're confused. Just give it some more time. You'll be fine. Is it closing below? Yeah, it's closing below 24 here. What level do you have, Wick? Same level? 24 you said, right? 25, 24? For the 1 hour support?
23.97.
Yeah, you might not make a bottom wick here, but the thing is, you might not make a bottom wick and tap 22, and I don't know what's going to happen at 22, though. 28 seconds. Let's
I
be
got a
close.
lot-
If we close doji,
And I got 1920.5 is the next one.
20.5. Yeah. I have 1919.860 as my target next. This is the first breakup we have on morning chat, so aren't you guys a little excited? We're finally having some movement.
Hercules.
28. So we're really not gonna tap 28 today before coming down, huh? This is a long shot, but if we can tap 27, 28 for a top wick, I'll prefer an entry in those areas there, or even 26. Man, it gets a little tough here. One hour closed below here, right? So if I were to restart my charts, it didn't close below here though. Never closed below 21. So it's still respecting that area. So it could tap there and still reject. So that's what I'm saying. If you can tap 27, 28, take sells there, you have this range to take advantage of. This 20 pip move, 30 pip move here before coming up. If price were to reverse. But now that you have volume, it should be able to pick up and find its true direction today now on where it wants to be headed. It closed below most recent, but it kind of filled the range already, right? So that's why it opened up, came down, tapped that support, and now it's starting to reject. So I want to see if we can break the 1 hour highs here, because if it can do that, we'll take sells at 27, 28.
The 5 minute found a support, now just bottom wick right off of it.
Yeah. Don't mind his yellow line chat, is there for me. Like it's basically the stop lows we'll have. So if we were to sell at 27, 20, we'll have stops above there. If we were to buy somewhere at like 24, we'll have stops below 17, right? It's just, that's why it's there for me. Because I don't want to refine the levels later on if I gotta send a quick signal or something.
That's the white lines you should worry about.
Yeah, the white lines, which one to see. That's why I made these lines very thin. Hopefully it doesn't affect your analysis. All right, almost there. We're like around 30 pips away, 40 pips away. I wouldn't take buys here because the 1 hour is still bearish. That's why I would not take buys here. Buys earlier made more sense because you were doji still. I guess the overall formation of the candle though did re-break the lows. So if we can flip in the 4, that'd be great. Might not be a no trade day. We'll see. I got 30 minutes left in the tank here. 40 minutes left. I lied. Maybe an hour. Maybe 11:30.
We're gonna go really slow.
It really comes down to how we open up here, because this could lead to a position in the next 5 minutes. This could lead to a position in like an hour, depending on what it does, how it prints up. Let's go buy 22. Oh, nice. So your entry was the 1 hour flip, right? 22.8. So I mean, your stop should be at break even here because if this kind of reflex bearish, that's your top wick. But if it runs, then you're good till at least 26 here, or at least till 25. There's a amount of resistance there. You're good, man. Okay, 24. Might actually get a top wick chat. We might have an entry here shortly. Lock it in. I think I've typed the signal out like 4 times already. I typed buy now, sell now, buy now, sell now, but I didn't click enter, right?
delete.
We've just been deleting them basically. Oh shit.
People not on stream are paying attention to the signature.
Yeah.
Don is typing.
Oh shit. Can we get 27 here? Pushing up quickly here. If you had entries there, I'll recommend you move stocks to break even minimum or close partials or something here. This is a pretty strong level that price could reject. See, me last year, man, I was taking a buy right there off the rip. Put my stops above these count highs and we got stopped out. That would have been like, ah, shit. But not this year. Why? Because we evolved. So let's see if we can get this though. Even if price were to drive up here in reverse, it's got to create support at these levels here. So that's why 27.8 is a pretty good entry that we can potentially take. We're only looking at target 24 or 22 chat. So whatever this range is. Nice. All right, chat. Gonna be taking a sell here at this resistance. Took sells here off that we tapped 27.4, whatever it was. Gone sells here. Stop loss is 33. Target is gonna be roughly down here at like 22, 24-ish. Okay. Stops to break even would be roughly around 25.704 or whenever I say so, but likely that's where stops breaking would be. Then what I'm gonna do here, chat, I'm gonna move stops to break even. I'm gonna close half of my position here at 13, 15 pips, whatever, 20 pips, whatever it is. Close half. I'm gonna let the rest rock towards TP now. Okay, so look at that sniper entry. Sniper. Close 50% here at 20 pips and let it rock. And we're gonna put TP probably down here at oops. TP will probably be 22. Okay, chat, 1922. Or you know what? 22.8. You cannot make that up, chat. Precision. I'm put it here instead so we can have put it there instead so we can have what was that? Slippage. In case you get slippage. Now, if I had no top wick, yeah, all we gotta survive here really is this 5 closure. You want this 5 to close bearish here, and then you want the next 5 to create a top wick to come down for a fake out. No indicators, no order blocks, no whatever, no fibs, just eyes, just purely eyes. But you need to count to close bearish though, because if it doesn't close bearish, chat close doji, I'm just gonna close. Oof, running. No VWAP. No. Let's see. This counts. This volume is count though. There's a lot of volume here. You have to survive the next 3 minutes, which is a very long time. I just don't want to get slipped. I mean, hopefully I won't, but my stops are like a pip and my stops are basic break even basically. My entry was 27.35 chat.
Oh, you got a good entry.
Yeah, I closed half at like 25.
Yeah, 22. Okay.
The reason why I close half in this situation, because we going back to what we discussed yesterday, me and Wicks, we're like, if we have a wick entry, we might just move stops to break even, close half, instead of trailing stops in profit, because we have a wick entry, right? So chances of breaking that high is a lot lower than just retesting the highs again before coming down. Like if our entry was like the flip, right, and this is our entry over here, then yeah, we highly likely get stopped out, because that's the resistance now for the retest before coming down. But if this is our entry, chances that this count breaks the highs for coming down is a lower. It still could happen, right? It can still wick up, and this might not even be sells. It might come back up to like 23, 30, whatever. But
if it does run, it won't come back here.
Yeah, if it runs, then you know you're gonna see a drive down towards 22 after. So today, I guess we beat the 10 pips allegations, chat, because we closed at 22, 25 today instead of whatever it was.
Beat the case. Trying to beat the case.
Beat the case, yeah. Thank you, Don. No worries, man. It was worth it, right, chat? All that wait in the morning, all that talking that we did, you know, like we had a bunch of breakdowns today, but this made the most sense to us. So I just didn't understand. If we were to drive down today, that's a level that you likely are to tap before coming down. Like look at the 4 hour looking left, like the 1 hour looking left. All the times we closed below, we were able to tap into the zones there, right? So it was just a matter of like when it will happen or how it will happen. But that 5 no top wick gave it away. Once the 5 closed above no top wick, I'm like, yeah, quick entry, we'll have it here. You're starting to understand play? That's good. Okay, so here's the top wick. Oh shit. All right. No top wick, huh? I'm just gonna close full here, chat. I think we end up doing 26 pips total. There was no top wick there. So sorry, why is my screen blocked? Close full there, chat. I closed full for roughly just 26 pips. All right. You can let it rock if you want to. I'm just gonna close full. There's no top. I'm expecting another retracement. And I just wanted to beat the 10 pips allegations today. So I guess that's what we did. We got the job done. I guess you could have closed initially at whatever. You can let it rock if you want to, up to you. I just closed full, okay? That's what I did.
So much allegation.
You beat the allegations, all that matters. But wow, like that was like Chris. I think that was better than the other entry the other day too. He's just running. I don't know if we'll have runners though. I don't know. I put my TP at 24, 22. That was the area I wanted to put at. I don't know if it's gonna come down towards 19 and 17. It's a little late in the day. The 4 count has been flipping back and forth. I can understand us retesting the lows because this could be still a liquidity to drive up. This could still, you could still form this on a smaller time frame, right? Like you can just do this though. Yeah, this could just be liquidity for us to drive up. So that's why I'm saying I don't know if it's gonna come down to 17. There's no runners today, but 24 was ideal. 22 was ideal, just to retest its own low again, because its own low was around like these areas here. This support or at this minor support here. Pass funded. Cheers! Congratulations, man. Chat, I think man, I think that's it for us today, man. That's everyone that's here today. Let's put that in the journal though. 26. So that would be 8, 9, 2023. What was the entry, chat? I'll put that as, this is born too, the journal use trades down too. So 2023, 8.
Quick entry.
09, 8.09. No, what time was that trade? I'm tripping. That trade was at 10:05. Chat, if you guys enjoyed the trade though, leave a like and sub to the channel, right? Like the trade's cool, whatever, but the breakdown was what was key there. I understand that whole analysis, the motion, right? The motion of the ocean. So I'll put it as, what I even put that as?
Breakout.
1 hour breakout top wick for sells, because it was a breakout on the 1 hour. It was just top wick. Fake out. If you put a fake out, yeah, I'll put it in the 5. 5 minute fake out then. It's either 5 minute fake or a 1 hour breakout.
Yeah, you do a 5 minute fake out, top wick, because the top, because you also had a no top wick on the previous 5. That closed no range. So I think the 5 was the.
All right, yeah, I'll put that. All right, sick, yeah. Everyone, do you close full or you still got running?
I closed full, 1 at 22, 1 at 26.
Man, I can't believe we
entries.
Yeah,
Lane.
people have been loving it. I think we spoke about sniper entries, like we're gonna have them eventually laid down the road in the next 2 years. Like we had this convo 2 months ago, so we're ahead of the agenda right now, chat. So imagine just in 2 years now. I don't know what entries we'll be taking in 2 years, but yeah, it might just be like a If
I remember
anything,
the
might
phone
be
call.
anticipating like it might be a phone call. Yeah.
I remember the phone call when we were we were talking about this.
The streak goes on. Yeah, we closed pretty nicely too. I think if anything, we missed on maybe not missed out, but 8 pips. Like, you know, that was ideal. Down balance back up 918. Done. Question. The entries.
Yeah, we talked about it in person, but we like a month before the in person, we spoke about it on the phone. About it's coming and the zucchinis being the I guess the prerequirement, or
Yeah, I think we just like
set up to the wick entries.
honestly, bro. I think it was the in person that really. I think because me explaining things over again to myself, to people in real life, it kind of helped me as well. So like I was there at the in person teaching others. I was also just learning myself as well. So I think that's really what it was, because a couple things clicked for me when I was explaining things, right, during the in person.
Also reinforcing the concepts that you're teaching, right? You're teaching them, it's kind of reinforcing in your head.
Support here.
What's up?
Sorry, talking to myself out loud. My bad.
Oh no.
I forgot I was unmuted.
Yeah, this guy's like, there's some support here.
I don't have the wrong. I have the wrong headset on. I have the wrong headset on, so usually my mic's attached to the headset, but completely forgot. I'm sick, so you gotta forgive me.
No worries, bro. Don, how'd you identify that fake out? I'm not gonna lie, chat. I said earlier too. I'm like, chat, it might be a long shot, but that was what I was willing to wait for. You might see 27 get tapped there, and then just a rejection from there. We said that at the open of the channel, right? It was a long shot because at that time we were down at like 22, and I was like 50 pips in the next like couple minutes. Is like, it's very rare at this time too. Like we'll need some volume to come in, but I'm guessing it just kind of came in. Like it just randomly sort of popped in. I was gonna consider waiting for like 26, 27 get tab 0.8, and the difference between those entries were like I think around 2 pips. I'm like, it's just 2 pips, and plus the 5-minute had no top wick, so I'd rather be safe and start and get in here than being missing out due to me waiting for an extra 2 pips. Because our first position was gonna be here, right, and our second position was gonna be up here for pineapples at 29. So we had 2 levels of entries that we were looking for. Because even if you were to drive up, you would form a bottom wick before coming up anyways.
Passed my phase 1 with that trade.
You?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For what? For what? What account?
Alpha Capital, 100k.
Alpha fucking
Yo, Don, what's the name of that indicator, bro?
Which one?
The one that you that sniper entry you got.
What's the name of the play?
The name of that indicator.
Oh, the indicator? I can't show you guys, man. It's a little secret.
Big secret. He's gatekeeping it.
Little secret. Unless it's going up. Yeah, it could go up. That's why I said like 24 is a pretty strong level of rejection. It can still continue to pop up. Just because it got sells doesn't mean it hasn't come all the way down, right? It can just be, again, I said earlier, even if you were to go up, you gotta grab liquidity for going up. And if that's the liquidity, that's what we took advantage of. But you have that sort of like not safe haven, but you have that like, I guess advantage point you can take advantage of, right? Whereas taking sells down here, you don't have that advantage point, because what are the chances it comes back down to 22 now? Very rare. Just things I noticed over the years. That's all that was. But anyway, chat, enough of that, man. Let's go ahead and go on with our day, man. Enjoy it. Call it a day here. Valentino is about hopping to Corvette.
Yeah, Valentino's looking so tanned. He's been getting sun.
Yeah, man. Yeah, put that in the spreadsheet though. Hey chat, leave a like and sub to the channel if you guys are new here, man. Wix Night is streaming tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern here in about 9 hours, all right? So wait, what win is that? That's not 8. That is 6-1. Having a pretty good month, chat. Pretty good month in both channels, free stream and also the paid channel. All right. There. Win rate 183. This is 186. But yeah, chat. Enjoy your day, man. I appreciate you guys being here today. Love you guys, man. It's been a pretty good day. Lots of wins today. Lots of. At one point, you know, I was lost because I didn't know what was gonna happen. But just need more data. Whenever you don't know what's gonna happen, whenever you have no idea what's happening, you don't have to take a trade. Just wait for more data to be printed, and that's what we did. We waited for more data, and we stuck by our analysis, and we got it, and we executed. We didn't hesitate. We just got in and got out, and that's what makes you a winner today, right? The profits are cool, whatever. You know, 26 pips, you can catch it any day. But once you have the skill, that's what led you there in the first place, right? I'm gonna call it here, chat. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 6:30 Eastern. Wix on, catch you guys later on. I'm gonna go play some games here. I'm gonna go play Word on all this good stuff. Yeah, chat. The Sino Chan was able to get in there, right? It wasn't too quick. I'm pretty sure you had time. It was floating around there. Even if you didn't get the precise entry, it was still floating around there. Maybe like you might have gone like a 2 pip late entry or a pip late entry, but still, it never came up to break even, like anywhere near break even too. So even if you put stops to break even, you would have been fine. The pan will be good though. The pan will be good because you don't have to, you know, wait for all of that. All right, so trade. Let's see, trade. What is this, man? Pores.
Lover.
Lover. Nice.
Easy clap.
Mom, dad, ring, kids, toys. Vacation, family,
Love.
peace, love,
Lover, love. What the fuck's going on?
love, peace, hate. Like, friend,
Subscribe.
subscribe, unity,
Relationship.
break up. I won't break up. Luis and Valentine, where you guys from? I think Valentine's from Florida. Luis is from. Where you from, Luis?
I'm Colombian, but I live in Florida too, in South Florida.
Oh, you live in Florida.
Tino's not in Florida.
Yeah, I live in like close to Pines.
Detroit.
Friendship. Valentine's from Detroit?
Yeah.
You drove from Detroit with your Corvette to Miami last time?
Yeah.
How long was that drive?
Like 22 hours.
Holy shit. You drove 20 hours? You must
It
love
was
that Corvette.
enjoyable. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love driving
You-
it. So.
20 hours.
You were in the
No, that
in-person?
should. You know that's not least.
How many kilometers was that?
She's like
They talking
2,000
miles,
miles.
bro.
I think.
How many times you full gas? Like, did you one drive or just take stops too?
Oh, it took like 3 days. Yeah, I was chilling, cruising. So
Damn. So you tell me you got back today?
no,
Just got it.
Bro, just got back from.
just got back. You
Just
know?
got back yesterday from the in person. Wow, bro. That is. So are you driving to London too?
Yeah, take a ferry. You know, catch you guys there. I'll be leaving probably next week to make sure I get there. So
You leave next week? All right.
Take one of those
Oh,
Corvette.
Valentino was in the in-person course.
What's up?
Valentino was in
I
the
had the meet
in-person
and greet.
course.
No, he wasn't.
Oh,
there.
okay. Because I don't remember seeing him in the class.
I thought Jay Good made a long trip. He drove from where? He drove from.
He flew in from Texas for one day
Oh,
for
from
the
Texas.
evening.
Yeah, I didn't know you came, bro. I would have.
Mhm.
Damn. Thank you, man.
Wasn't his flight delayed a bunch?
No, that was
that was green. Green.
Oh, that was green. Oh, that was green.
What about your boy, Calm? I don't know his
Calm
surname.
came
but
from Seattle with his boys.
Seattle.
Yeah.
We went to Koya's Tacos with Elvis and him after the last day. Dude, it was so funny, bro. Mario was so drunk.
Yeah.
Oh,
On
yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
we
last
did.
day. Yeah,
Oh wow, no invite.
with Fuji. I thought he did.
You left early, man.
Yeah, you did leave early, actually.
Oh, you guys had food after.
Yeah.
Yeah. We went to Koya
Oh.
Taco.
Yeah, bro.
He
it
just
was
wanted
with,
the invite. He was still gonna say no. He just wanted the invite.
I was
Nah.
tired.
Okay, I got it.
Was that taco spot hit different? Who came? It's like everyone.
Nah, like
It's,
quite a few people, but like a lot of Calm's friends as well.
Okay, the
Mhm.
whole group.
Yeah. And then Calm was so drunk, he was hitting on everyone.
dude, for real, bro.
Yeah, there's
Everything
Calm.
that moved.
There's calm for you.
And he was like, "Oh man, I'm so thirsty, so I got him a Sprite." He's like, "Bro, I'm gonna give you lifetime signals just because you gave me that Sprite." I'm like, "Bro, it's okay. I don't even." I'm
Look
like,
at your
"Dude."
lifetime signals.
I'm like,
Oh,
"Okay."
man.
No, but he was so drunk. Cool guy, though. Cool guy.
Then you go. No, you gotta go fast. Fist, fish.
Ish.
Wow.
I feel like we could save a little bit here.
Nope. This is optimal. Trust me.
No, it's not.
It is.
Fine.
Wow.
All right, bro. I'll give it to you today. Oh, I know where this is. This is the Philippines, bro.
Yeah, that's
Looks like one of those, yeah.
yeah.
Yes,
That's my
sir.
home country. I was gonna say Philippines.
Yo,
I know what that is. I know
That's
what
an
that is.
easy
It looks,
one.
it just looks at the Philippines. Like I just know. There's no other country that looks like this at all. It looks like a
Yeah,
little dog.
Thousand Islands.
It's a camel.
Half the country underwater. What the fuck?
Yeah, bro. All right. Well, what's that other game called?
Colorful.
Colorful.
Oh, that game's hard.
UL?
No U, I think. No U and then FLE.
I gotta send a link.
Alright, give me a sec.
So I gotta save it. Gold came back down. Oh,
Yeah, could be flipping.
it broke the highs again, then it came down.
Mhm.
I couldn't have. I wouldn't have read that, to be honest. I read the first play, but the second play, nah. I don't know what happened there. I thought once it would reflip, it would continue to pop up. That's what I'm
There's
saying though.
link.
Like people in the past were taking buys in the rebreak of the highs. We wouldn't do that no more. We'll take buys like here. If anything, we have a nice advantage point. Even if you're in drawdown right now, you take buys here. Like you could still retrace
back
back to
there.
break even. You can take pineapples down here to 22 to come back up. I mean, yeah, this is why we play the game after, because we would not want to be in that mess.
4 hour looking good. Huh?
Yeah, as far as reflipping again, so if that's all the liquidity you needed, then I guess that's it.
Would you have taken an entry after it broke the highs and then the 5 minute came back in the range, or not?
For sales, no, because I would assume that if you came down, grab support, you continue to pop up. So if anything, I would wait for a bullish candle at 25 now, then if anything, that would be the buys. A closure above that resistance there. Above this resistance. Because yeah, now the 4 is flipping. It's very tough now. All right, what's next, chat? So let me save this game. All right, this looks like green again, like yesterday. Wasn't this the same green?
Darker, I think.
%95%. I swear it is the same green.
Wow.
So is this?
Somehow it's 95%, but none of the colors are right.
None of them are correct.
That's weird. So is this, and like this probably. Wow, that's not right. Oh, the first one's right. So this.
Wait, is it right or is it just it's there but it's not in the right place?
No, that's the right. Oh, that's not in the right place.
That's the wrong place, yeah.
So maybe like this, right? Because that will blend to that. And you need one more blend
Try
because
the
the
dark
darker is
green or something.
dominant. So you need a little lighter color here. I need orange. Or mustard or something. What are you saying, Janez?
Yeah, that one. The one you just put on.
9-3. Okay, so okay, I guess not.
Damn.
The blues at the end.
Some end then.
I think you gotta have a
This
brown in
this
there.
might make sense.
At first.
You might
Brown?
need something lighter though, right?
Yeah, probably like the white or cream.
Brown? Wicks? This might make sense.
Oh. Oh, we know it
Flip
then.
them
Yeah.
both right. That's it. Just switch them backwards.
Wow. The color actually is 91.8%.
Yo, look at gold, bro. Gold is pushing.
Holy
God.
smokes.
Damn.
See, it didn't run
Holy.
earlier because everyone got in a position. They needed to grab more orders, they said.
Damn.
And wait till we all exited and then hey, you can't be mad, chat. You guys cannot be mad at all. You guys gotta
Nah.
just, it is what it is.
This is good for Asian though, because now you're clearing out range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah.
Shit.
Finally, you're breaking
That
out.
range for 2 days.
I was waiting for a top wick on this 30 and then break at the previous, but I guess not.
How about no?
But new. We did pretty well though, because their first entry retraced when we closed it. So we would have hit break even if we didn't, close foe and then ran after. So either way, we got out of our trade and that's it. Can't complain. It is what it is. But yeah, guys,
No, I'm filing one. I don't care.
I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. Eastern. Catch you guys tomorrow morning. Call it a day and enjoy your profits today. All right, enjoy your profits. If you're still trading today, make sure you wear protection. Make sure you have a stop loss. See you guys tonight during Asian session and tomorrow morning during 6:30 a.m. Eastern. All right, and tomorrow I'll be on time. My bad about today again.
7 a.m. See ya.
Yes, sir. Love you guys. Peace out, chat. Appreciate you guys. Later, everybody on Zoom.
But
See ya.
Take it easy.
Later.
Later, guys.
Latest. All right, chat. Peace out. Love you guys, man. Get easy. Wow, 918. Coming up to retest the highs again. 1 mil, 1 mil, 1 mil. All right. Later, chat. Later, chat. I gotta call it. Love you guys, bro.